The bolts are often very tight, so you may need to use all your weight and strength to undo them. The wheel can be quite heavy, so prepare yourself. Now you need bolt holes on the hob. Now get your bolts and screw them up to finger tightness. Tighter. Don't completely tighten them. The sequence in tightening the bolts is also important. So the wheel fits squarely, tighten the bolts in an opposite formation.
The tire iron is definitely a good tool if you torque them correctly, but if they're too tight, you don't have a long enough bar here to get good torque to break them loose. So instead what I use an actual breaker bar. This is way longer than this tire iron, gives you an extra almost foot length, which gives you a lot more torque. All you do is get an extension, get your 3/4 socket, you slide the breaker bar and socket over one of the lug nuts, and it comes off easy. Otherwise, those would be a pain to get off. You could hear some of them made a noise while I was turning it. Those were torqued on pretty tight, and it might have been difficult getting them off without a breaker bar. Remember, the lugs are loose, so now we're just going to take our lug wrench and twist it like that. Makes it really easy to get these lug nuts off. And this last lug nut, you have to be careful because now there's nothing holding the tire on, so the tire is going to want one hand here and one hand on the other side of the tire, and it comes right off. The final thing, when you have your tire off, what you want to do is you want to slide it underneath the vehicle. And then move the rim right onto the hub. Now with the tire up on the hub, one of the bolts is going to stick out the most, so you just get your lug nut on that one. Push down to expose more threads on these bottom ones. So now when we torque these down, we want to make sure that these are tight first. If you're able to tighten these easily, then keep tightening them and go in a star pattern. So here, 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 and then here. We got these lug nuts tight enough when the car was up in the air, so now we're going to tighten them all the way and torque them. So we're going to start with the top one here, and we're going to go in a star pattern. We're going to wait for a click. When we hear a click, we're done. So we're going to just check one more time. You can see these could be tightened just a little bit more. That one was pretty tight. That one was pretty tight. And that one was pretty tight. So now we could get our cover. This is pretty easy. This just centers there.